Well, thank you so much for sitting down with me for this interview. I'm just going to start off with asking what your favorite thing is about being an actress right now.
I would say I really love like diving into each of the roles I get to play and like learning a lot about myself in that process and like getting to like look at this character and be like, how are we similar? How are we different? And then I feel like it always like jump starts like a self-growth era for me to like look a new character in the eye. And I also really like, I think of my life as like seasons and episodes. I feel like a lot of people do that. And with like the lifestyle of acting, you get to like work on a project for like 3 months at a time, and that feels like the marker for like a new chapter. And I really like setting my life up like that. I just think it's fun.
How did you get to where you are for today from Portland to LA?
Yes, so I started acting in Portland in like radio voiceovers and commercials when I was, I want to say like 10 years old. And then I did an acting camp in LA just for like 2 weeks during the summer. And at the end of that acting camp, there's like an agency showcase. And then this agent reached out and was like, you should come to LA. But I was so young at the time, and I have a brother back in Portland, so I was like, I don't know. And I kind of did like test runs for like
And you were 11, right? When
Yeah.
you went to LA.
Yeah, I was really young. But I did, when it started to pick up and like I started doing well, we did more like month-to-month leases until my whole family kind of like migrated out here with me.
What is it like to be an Asian American in the film industry, and what does it mean to you?
It's a great question. It was honestly really difficult growing up just because not only was I like a child in the industry, like being hyper aware of how I was being perceived, but I was also having to think about like, am I Asian enough for this role, or am I white enough for this role? And back when I started, it was like I did not get an audition for a lead role in the movie. It was like the Asian person was always the best friend, and I just kind of like accepted that fact. And like nowadays, thankfully, it's changed a lot, like in the past 3 years, but it was definitely hard having to like
Starting out that way,
and just kind of having to like sit with that fact that like, oh, I'm just gonna be the best friend. That's just the best I'm gonna get. Yeah.
So it's evolved though over the years?
It has evolved. I think so many more people are realizing that everyone has main character stories and like not pigeonholing people into certain roles. Yeah. So it's gotten a lot better.
What do you look for in companies on their means of supporting Asian American communities as well as other minority groups?
Yeah, I think it's really important for companies to support minority groups because a lot of the times, like, America is made up of so many minorities, and so that's the people that they're trying to market to. Those are the people that are gonna buy their products and watch their shows. So it's like, it means a lot when a company can show those people that they are seen, and like I can see myself in like make or break having like, you know, people with my skin tone. It like changes everything. How did you get into fashion design, and what inspired you to start sewing at such a young age? Yeah, I started sewing during quarantine, actually. I was just bored. Just bored, needed a hobby. Turned out a lot easier than I thought. I just kind of like I always really liked putting together, this is random, but like IKEA furniture when I was younger, because I liked just like sitting down and like getting really into something that was like tedious work, and sewing is really similar to that, and so you kind of like zone out. And then I found it really interesting to like go thrifting and upcycle things and just kind of like give them a new life, and that's kind of how that started. And then I started posting on TikTok too, which was really fun.
During quarantine? Yeah. Were you posting about like mostly fashion stuff, or was I was doing little sewing tutorials, and just I would watch like fashion shows like Next in Fashion or Project Runway, and then I would take the challenge and like try to do it myself with the random scraps I had around, so that was really fun. That's so cool. Just going into that, what is your favorite part about making upcycle fashion, and what are your goals for working within that kind of industry? I really like looking at something and it being like a pattern that you really like a thrifted dress that's like super cool pattern, but it's like this, you know, giant whatever, something that would never look good on you, and like
just getting creative with how you can completely change the garment. I think that's just really cool to not only like make something from scratch, but to actually see something and completely like flip the switch. And it's just fun.
Mm-hmm.
It's just fun, and I feel like I found my style a lot this year, and it's been cool to like see how my sewing has evolved to match my style more. And like I feel like they are like intertwined, like one without the other. And then my goals, I really, with the show I'm doing, there's going to be like a pretty cool like press thing going on, and I really want to make every single outfit that I wear on that and like on the red carpet, like head to toe. Like that's my goal. And then eventually like a clothing line.
That's ambitious.
I know, it's going to be a lot of work.
That's super cool though, because then you'll just be wearing all your own stuff.
Yeah, totally.
That's it.
Wish me luck.
Yeah. Good luck.
My back's gonna hurt.
So it's my understanding that you'll be a part of the upcoming spin-off of On My Block on Netflix. What are you most looking forward to on that project?
So we actually just wrapped our first week of filming this last week, and oh my god, I'm so excited. Like I'm so excited. This is my favorite project I've ever done. It's really, really cool that it's a spin-off too, because On My Block is like a phenomenal show. It's like the whole team behind it, and it's its own thing, but they're definitely like, there's little Easter eggs throughout the whole thing, and it's the same exact energy, and I just think it's a really fun show. It's very youthful, it's funny, but it also touches on like a lot of really important issues. It's about teens growing up in downtown LA. Mm-hmm. It's just fun. I really like my character. It's my favorite character I've ever played. She has really cool fashion sense, and I get to like
play into that.
Yeah. And the showrunner even said maybe down the line in like the later episodes I can wear something that I've made on the show. She just like brought that up
so cool.
Like casually the other day, and I was like, really? That's like a possibility?
That's really cool that they like are accommodating that.
Yeah,
and
they're all about collaboration there. So it's cool because I got cast in the show a year ago, so I've had to wait a long time for it to actually start and like sit with the character, and they've been really awesome of like trying to take our personality traits and like blend them into the character. They're like, you are the character. Like
they've developed
writing
it off
this
of you.
Around you guys already being cast. So that's like really cool. I've never had a project do that before.
Yeah, I was gonna ask, besides maybe this character that you're going to play on the spin-off, what is your favorite character that you have played in the past in your career?
I would probably say Athena in the live-action Kim Possible movie. It was really funny because the storyline was I was like this really meek, kind of nerdy new girl at school, and then it develops that I'm like, I get really good at all the things that Kim can do, and then like if you haven't seen it, spoiler alert, but there's like a plot twist, and I end up being the villain, and then another plot twist, and I end up being a robot. Not even a real human. I like take my face off. That was just fun because it was like I got to play like 6 different characters in one thing. Yeah.
That's crazy. I haven't seen it, so
it's okay.
That's a weird spin-off. That's crazy. So, what is your favorite part about being on set on a film?
The people. It feels like summer camp. Literally, everyone. I mean, obviously people are working and there's deadlines and stuff, but it's just really great. I've been lucky to have worked on projects where the people are all my age, so it really feels like I just meet my best friends. Sadie, who played Kim in Kim Possible, is literally like my best friend on the entire planet for like the past 5 years. And so,
that's great.
Just the people you meet.
Did you guys meet on set?
Yeah.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah, it's really sweet.
You can like make those connections.
Yeah.
What has been your most memorable moment in your acting career? I know it's like a broad question.
Yeah. I mean, there's been a lot, but one that comes to mind was, so when we were cast in Freeridge, it was a potential spinoff, so they didn't know if it was going to be greenlit yet. And I found out like 3 months later, 3 months of like anxiously waiting, I found out it was picked up when I was in Paris at night. And I went to a club and I bought like the entire club shots, but I did not have the money yet. So it was like, but it was just like a good moment because I was like, wow, I'm in Paris and it got picked up and I have like so much to look forward to. So that was fun.
That's a great moment.
Yeah.
All right, well, I think that's it. Thank you so much
Thank
for
you.
doing this interview with me. It's been great to meet you.
Yeah, it's been lovely.
And